Is it important? It's very crucial.
Groovy.
Little steppy,
I'll say kick it, and you'll just kick it with a tasty groove, okay? 1, 2, 3, kick it.
Woo! Oh, hi, Mark.
He likes.
It's time for the most crucial podcast with your host, me, Mark Franchise.
Meow.
All right, welcome back to the most crucial podcast. It is Mark Franchise hanging out here. 104.9 The Edge. Appreciate the love and support you guys show every time you watch one of these podcasts. We appreciate Toronto Cannon, talking to him and getting to know his background as well. And we wanted to do something local again here because that's kind of what the podcast is all about. Not only international musicians, national musicians, but primarily local musicians. Kalamazoo has a huge local music scene that I feel is very untouched and untapped into, and I'm trying to do everything I can to expose not only our community but people around the country as well. New music that's being created right here in Kalamazoo, and I ran into a guy who was at a open mic blues jam a couple weeks ago, Samuel Nalangira, correct?
Yes.
And you are from Uganda?
Yeah,
right?
I'm from Uganda, East Africa.
So when did you move to Kalamazoo exactly?
Yeah, I just moved to Kalamazoo. It was beginning of March.
Okay.
But I came to US last year.
Okay.
I came with a bunch of kids because I'm a music teacher and a dance choreographer and a musician. Then when I came with the kids here, because those kids I've been teaching them for 6 years.
Okay.
So when I came with them, we traveled with the whole US.
Okay, wow.
Then we came. It was last year Feb, and we went back to Uganda in April. Then we came back here in October last year.
Okay.
So when we came here, we toured again. Then after I was like, now you've grown up, you've become teachers. So now it's my time to work on my music. Then I stayed here. For them, they went back. Then I stayed in South Seven. When I stayed in South Seven, that's when I traveled. Then I transferred myself from South Seven to Kalamazoo.
That's awesome. So you grew up, native country is Uganda.
Yeah.
And you started learning music really at a really young age. You were like 6, weren't you?
Yeah. Sincerely, I think music, I started seriously doing music seriously, living alone, like following musicians there and there. Doing music seriously, I was 8 years in a school, yeah, because I was one of the most talented boy in my village, and one of the guy came searching for young talented kids. Then I was involved into that. When I was taken to that school, I just when I was there, I was surprising everyone because I was learning instruments so fast. Then at the age of 15, I became a music teacher within the school.
Wow, you were 15 when you were teaching music.
Yes, I started teaching. Then when I started teaching, and you know how I became a teacher? Because I used to escape from my school to other schools to copy what they do, and also to copy some groups what they do. Then I come back and I teach my fellow students. Then from there, when my teacher came back, he was like, "Who taught you this? I have never taught you this." Then they were like, "No, Sam taught us this." Then she called me. He said, "From today, you were a music teacher. Now you're gonna be teaching." Because I could get something and I combine it. Then I create my own movements, you know.
Yeah.
So that's how I started teaching. But already music was in me, in my blood. Yeah. That school was in Mbalala. Then I came to Kampala, the capital city of Uganda.
Yeah. I
started working in groups because I've worked in like 20 groups and also like a 6 band.
Wow.
And in 2009, that's when I traveled to Europe. We went to France, Spain, Barcelona, Les Place, Catalonia. Then we came back. When we came back from the tour, I decided to leave the groups. I decided to do my own.
Yeah.
And also teaching the nation and teaching the younger ones to make sure that my culture stays strong, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Then that's when I traveled to Canada with the kids. The school I traveled with in Canada in 2015. 2016, I traveled to China for 1 year.
Wow.
Then 2008, that's when I traveled to US. Then up to now.
What was it like growing up in Uganda? Was music very much a part of the culture? Is music a part of the culture over there? Because in the States, we're so overwhelmed with, there's so many bands and so many different types of music. But I think for us, it's like it's a form of entertainment. In Uganda, is music just a part of the culture there? Is it just a way of life?
Yeah, music now in Uganda, it's people, they use it as earning for their living,
Yeah.
Yeah, because we have so many categories of music. You find people who are doing like folk music like me.
Yeah.
And you find people who are doing traditional. They are just doing traditional dances.
Yes.
Whereby when someone makes like a wedding, once you meet to have a traditional dance on that wedding, they don't recognize your wedding to be perfect,
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why those people, they always work. So, and also there are some people who are doing like Western music, and people, they do fusion music.
Gotcha.
So me, I do fusion music and I do world music too.
Okay.
Yeah, because when you listen to my CD, it's the fusion music. That's
right.
it I just did. And so for us in Uganda, we treasure music. We take music as source of income.
Yeah.
Because it's the only thing you can do with your love, and you get paid for that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, because if it wasn't music, I wouldn't have been here. Because for me, I last stayed with my parents when I was 8 years. Up to now, they never paid my school fees. They never did anything for me. So I have been doing everything out of music.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, and another thing we believe in, we believe in making our own instruments.
Yeah, absolutely. Because you came into Grand Traverse Distillery for the there's an acoustic jam that they do on Wednesdays, and you came in with 2 instruments, and I was like, "What the heck?" Because I'd never seen them before, and I was like, "This is going to be good." And you even said you built one of those instruments, which is normally like $1,000 for like $15, didn't you?
Yes.
That's awesome, and it sounds world class. That's the amazing thing. So I could tell immediately you understood what you were doing, and that this was a part of your life. And just talking to you, it clearly has been. I mean, you've been doing music basically in your entire life.
Yeah.
So you're now a resident of Kalamazoo. And you do have an album out, which we'll link in the podcast as well. Do you have a band in Kalamazoo?
Right now, I don't have a band, but it's my dream to have a band in Kalamazoo, to have a fusion band, because I haven't seen any fusion band here. A band that plays typical African music.
Right.
It's what I'm looking at. That's why I'm looking for good bassists. If I get a bassist, a drummer, and a percussionist, and a piano, those are enough for me.
Okay.
Then I can take my dream to the next level.
Yeah.
Because my first dream was to make a CD. That CD is already done. And the good chance I got when I was recording that CD, one of my friends is from Uganda. He's here. He's called Ivan Akansime.
Okay.
Yeah. So Ivan is a very talented guy. He plays all instruments. He plays the bass, he plays the piano, he plays the acoustic, he plays the drum, everything.
Yeah.
Then he came to me. He was like, "Man, I was just hearing about you. I'm so excited to see you. Feel free to call me and say that I can play anything for you in the studio." I was like, "Are you serious?" He said, "Yeah." Then he came to the studio. He played the drums and the bass.
Wow.
So that's why you when you listen to that music, it's really he has so much groove.
Yeah.
And some people, they think that I just hired a band to come play. No, we just did it, 2 of us. And I did the voicing, I did all the instrumentalists, I did the arrangement of the songs and everything. That's
incredible. So there's only 2 of you basically performing on that album.
Yeah, and also the producer, maybe who's Dan is the one who recorded us.
Yeah, because that's wild. Because I just listening to it, I've heard the tracks on your YouTube channel, and that's what I was blown away. I was like, man, I wonder if this guy is a band, because it's a very big sounding album, and on top of that too, like you had described to me, it's just a lot of fun. You feel like dancing when you're listening to it, and that's really that's what music, in a certain way, that's really what music is all about, is self-expression and fun and release, and just putting all your worries and all your
Yeah,
troubles aside and
exactly.
just let the music come out of you.
Exactly. It's the same thing happened to the last festival I did last week. It's called Earthwork Festival, Gathering Festival. It's a very big festival. So when I went to that festival, they were announcing all the band, but when it came to my time, they just announced it somewhere in Nalangira, and everyone was like, "Oh, what is he gonna do?" Because you remember, for me, I just used my looper.
Oh, okay.
I just used that looper. So when I went on stage, everyone was seated. I told them, "I'm only one on stage, but I'm gonna make you dance.
Yeah.
Whether you like it or not." Then I started playing. They were wondering how I was recording everything on a looper. You
Yeah.
know, because I just put the adungu, then I put the bass by using my mouse, then I play the drums, and then I do, because the loop has its own drums.
Yeah.
So that's what I was using. I ended up making them dance.
Oh, yeah, dude.
And the next day, people came to me, they were like, you surprised us. We have never seen one-man band making us dance. And I told them, thank God that I never came with a band. Once I get a band, because for me, music is life. I want someone not just to sit and listen, but come and dance with me. Let us let us have a joy. Let us dance. That's why we do music. So that's why most of my music is danceable.
Right, exactly.
When it comes to listen, I can just play like 2 songs, but most of music I want to dance. But I love live music. Live music. So that's why I'm so much of having a band,
absolutely.
whereby I just control one by one. I just say that, such kind of things, yeah.
And I think in a time where people are constantly living in fear and they're very afraid to do new things and experience new things and they want to stay in their comfort zone, really they need to just, I feel, and as hard as it may be sometimes, just literally just let yourself go and enjoy it and do something new. And like you said, just enjoy music.
Yeah.
Get up and dance, kind of live a little, do something different, do something out of the norm and open yourself up, because once you drop those inhibitions and you let go of those fears and you just start enjoying life and music, things become a little bit less stressful in life.
Yeah, and another thing, some people they fear creating.
Yeah, exactly.
They don't want to create. They just want to do some things which are already there. But that's not me.
Yeah.
For me, what I do, I like creating something that people they have never heard.
Right.
Because you see this instrument, when you go to Uganda, most of instruments like this, adungu, they only have 10, 15 strings. But when I introduced the 22 string instrument, they all started making it.
Yeah.
So I see some new generation, they are doing it, copying it up. But for me, it's happy for me to see that they're now waking up, not to think on one thing, that this was made like this, it should remain like that. We need to make a change, because this instrument was created by someone. It's like a guitar was created by someone. It's like jazz music was created by someone.
Yeah.
There's any way how you can change that music.
Yep. And in Kalamazoo, actually, the Gibson guitar was created in Kalamazoo.
Oh, wow. You see?
The guitars are now being manufactured again in Michigan as of late. But yeah, so Gibson started in Kalamazoo. So again, I think his first instrument was a mandolin that was dated to 1892. So yeah, even that, he just came up with it. He just had that vision, and that's something that really stood out when you came into that blues jam with these instruments that you clearly had made. I was like, we're about to experience something that normally you just don't get to experience with live music. So, and what's the name of this instrument that you're holding?
This instrument is called adungu.
Adungu?
Yeah, and this instrument, it never had this. I just put this yesterday.
Okay.
These guitar pegs to make it look good.
Right.
It only had the sticks. You could just use the sticks. It was hard for me to tune.
Wow, so you just put those the pegs on it.
Yes, we just put this. No, it can give me the sound I want. You see? Yeah.
Because you play a rhythm and a lead at the same time, basically, right?
Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, like him.
Yeah.
Mpulira, mpulira. Abakowola. Mpulira, mpulira. Abakowola. Bayita linnya lyange. And you can even play reggae. So you can play.
That's awesome.
Yeah, thank you. So for me, I liked how to play a guitar.
Right.
I grew up, but when I came to this instrument, I was like, why should I play guitar? Let me play my own instrument.
Yeah.
Because I can play anything. I can play reggae on my adung. I can play pop music. I can play jazz music. I can play everything on the adungu. So that some people, they don't give instruments time, and they are like abandoning their original instruments.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, but these instruments are really so rich. They can play anything. You know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, and it's strung like a normal instrument, but that particular instrument that you had, that's 16 strings on there?
This one is 17 now.
17? Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. And what do you use for the strings? Is it normal like guitar strings, or is it?
This is a fishing line.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's amazing that you can get a fishing line to sound like, to have that tuned perfectly.
We make sure that we don't spend so much money making those instruments.
Well, yeah.
Because fishing lines, you can find it anywhere.
Yeah.
It's only guitar pegs and piers or those pickups. Those are the ones that are challenging people to put. But these strings, you can just make it by your own. So you don't go to the shop to buy the instrument.
Right. Yeah. And that's the cool thing. Well, and at the same time, too, it's giving it a unique sound. Mm-hmm. You're already building your own instrument, so the tone of it is going to be different to begin with. But when you're also using alternative ways to build the instrument, it's going to have a completely unique sound all on its own.
Exactly, and because you won't find it in any shop. Yeah.
Right, exactly. You can't just pick up and buy something like that. Yeah. And it shows the commitment to the instrument as well. And which other ones did you bring as well?
I have this one.
Okay.
This is the instrument that always makes people laugh whenever I tell them how I made this instrument. And I have another one that's in Uganda, but it looks more beautiful than this. Okay. And this one is crappy, but I love it the way it is. So this instrument is one of the instruments I made on my tour. When I was in China, I saw people playing this. I was like, I have played the adungu, I've played the akogo, I've played the ndingidi, I've played everything. Yeah. What else can I play? Then when I saw the people playing this instrument, I was like, wow, I wish I could play, so I could get an instrument like that. Yeah. But when I searched on the price, it was $1,000. I was like, no, I can't pay all that money. I just went back to Uganda. When I was moving on street, I saw the propane tank there. Then I grabbed the propane tank. I went and cut it into pieces. I made two instruments out of the propane tank. It was a free propane tank because I just picked it from the street. Yeah. Then I just ran into the forest. I grabbed the stick. It was free of charge. No one, you know. Then after, I just had to go to the guitar center and I bought guitar pegs. Then when I bought the guitar pegs, it costed me like only $50. Wow, that's insane, man. Yeah. And does that make it easier to have the pegs to tune your instrument? Yeah, for me, all my instruments, I like putting guitar pegs because it's easier for me for tuning and staying in tune. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah. So when I put that together, I ended up spending $50 out of $1,000, so I saved $950. Right, exactly. Yeah. Then it was really so amazing. So you can't, it's hard to believe.
It's wild.
Yeah. So.
That's great. That sounds so good too.
Yeah.
That's what's wild. I never imagined a fishing line could be tuned like that, but that's another thing too. I mean, like you said,
Yeah.
you think it kind of looks silly, but when I look at that, I like, man,
Yes.
you knew exactly what you were doing, and I was like,
Yeah.
I would never imagine you could take all these different things. Like you said, you had the propane tanks, sweet. You ran into the woods, grabbed a stick, and you made this amazing instrument. That sounds so good too.
Yeah.
And again, unique. It's different. It's something new, and I've always had a respect for anybody in music who is doing something that nobody else is doing, no matter what genre, because it takes a lot. It takes a lot to not only put yourself out there,
Yes.
but to also say, hey, here's something that nobody's ever done before. Here's something that's brand new.
Yeah.
And it takes a lot because that's your pride on the line, you know? Where are you performing at now regularly?
Right now, I just canceled my tour in Canada.
Okay.
Yeah, because I had a very big tour. I was supposed to perform every day. But I just canceled it because of my paperwork.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Do you have to, now I know you have to get a visa to come to the States. Is it the same for Canada?
Yeah, no, I have a P3 visa.
Okay, gotcha.
I have a P3 visa. I have Canadian visa too. I got Canadian visa when I was here. So I have a P3. P3 visa allowed me. It's the most, I think, big visa you get outside US, which is P3. It allows you to perform, to teach music.
Yeah.
And it's like a working permit for the musician.
Okay, that's good. Do you plan on becoming a permanent resident of Kalamazoo, or because I know you still go back to Uganda somewhat regularly?
Yeah. So it's so when I stayed back, right now I have someone who has been helping me booking shows.
Yeah.
But I haven't got like a real booking agent.
Gotcha.
Because that's my dream, to have a real booking agent who can like put me on another level.
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
To show my talent, you know, to make my talent big, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I can make it, I can do it. It's only that I haven't got that chance of getting there.
Gotcha.
You know, yeah. But I know with time all things will work out, because I have played on so many festivals and paid good, and also I played in so many schools here. Mm-hmm. You know, within that short time I have been here. Yeah, and when I was on festival, everyone was talking about me, even before performing, because that shows that because I have been performing in the Grand Rapids several times, going there, back and forth, and also in Canada. When I went to Canada, because I went to Canada in May, I traveled
Right.
from here. I went to Canada, then I came back here.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. Then that's also another connection, you know. So people now they are getting my music. But I know it's not easy to make it there, but once it gets there, everything gets easier. For
Yeah,
you, like,
absolutely.
yeah.
Well, there's a lot of, like I said, there's a lot of local talent in Kalamazoo. There's a lot of bands. There's a lot of also solo acts as well. Open mic jams as well
yeah.
is always helpful. So I'll actually share some stuff with you that you may or may not know about already. But there are a lot of from Megan Dooley does an open mic at Final Gravity, Final Gravity Brewing, and I believe that's the third Thursday of every month at Final Gravity Brewing in downtown Kalamazoo. And I think it's about a half hour. I think you get like 20 minutes to a half hour. But even that, just being out there and being able to perform on a somewhat regular basis in front of a crowd like that could be helpful as well. And just exposing your music to the community, because that crowd over there, I think, would especially appreciate what you have to bring to the table as well. So hopefully we can share your music around and we can start seeing you more throughout the city and start seeing you out here more, and maybe open your music up to other musicians out there who have an interest in playing your style of music, and maybe you can form the band that you're looking and find the right people as well. So, well, I appreciate you coming in here and sharing your music, man. I look forward to hearing it more.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.